Hello YouTube, my name is Stacy. I'm known here as Flighty Rambler, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel today. Today is a bit of a project. This will be a gift that I'm sending someone near and dear to my heart, and I hope she receives it in a short amount of time. And I had been putting this project off. I was riddled with anxieties because it's a bigger project than I've been working on lately. I've been working on index cards and the Ugly Art Club challenge, and this is a larger piece. It's a canvas board as well, and not to mention it's a gift, and so that really ramps up my anxiety. But I decided to just grit my teeth and get started and see where it takes me. I'm going to begin the project with some scribble journaling, and I'll also do some mark making with that pencil. Then I'm reaching into my lovely stash of napkins, and there's this blue one with a diamond pattern on it that I really like. And so I'm going to pull the plies apart on the napkin, and I'm going to use both matte gel medium and gesso. I'll start by adding the matte gel on the canvas board, get it all over, and then I will use that top layer of napkin on top, and then I'll add a layer of gesso on top of the napkin to dull it down in a few areas. And I'll also add some water so that it thins it out and gets the gesso moving. I have sped this part up just a little, as it is just me gluing down a napkin. And a note that this napkin is available in my Etsy shop. I'll have a link to that shop listed in the description box below if you'd like to go over and have a look at what I have to offer. And I really like how it looks. I'm making sure to get some gesso and matte gel medium along all of the edges. And you know, they're small edges because it's a canvas board and not a canvas, but it does need a bit of attention as well. In deciding what medium to use as the next layer, I've been looking through my stash, and I really did want really bright color. So I decided to dip into my gelatos. Like, I have not touched my gelatos in a little while. And now that I do have a fixative, I thought that this would be the great opportunity to start using up this product that I've had in my stash for so many years. And I have been put off of them because I've wrecked a couple of gel pens trying to layer gel pen on top of gelato, which of course is going to gunk up the pen. So now that I have my fixative, my clear gloss varnish, this is not going to be an issue. And I love the colors. It's so bright and intense. What I'm going to do is lay down the colors, and then I'll use a wet paintbrush to get the pigment moving and make it nice and smooth. And so I'll go ahead and start adding the colors next to one another. I'm trying to be careful not to make mud, but at the same time, I'm not intimidated by putting purple next to orange. So I'll go ahead and let the music play while I start building up all this fabulous color. And the first layer is finished. It looks patchy and it definitely needs another couple of layers. I knew that going in with these gelatos, so I was prepared to spend some time finger painting with the next layer. And I'm making sure to daub up any of the muddy color that I end up creating by putting purple and orange together. And I'm just enjoying the process of making these colors nice and vibrant while I think of Kelsey. She really makes my heart happy, and I'm glad that I'm able to create something for her. Once I have the colors layered up the way I like, adding some gold and pinks to really make colors pop, I'm going to use a fan brush with some water. I'm going to sprinkle the water onto the canvas board on top of the gelato. And since the gelato is water soluble, it's going to lift. So I'll just put down a paper towel on top and bring it up. And there are some beautiful watermarks. And I'll do it a couple of times because I really like that effect. Then I'll use a piece of cardstock. I need to make some focal points. So I'm going to begin by putting down a layer of gesso and getting that dry. And once the gesso is dried, I'm going to use the blues and teals and some gold to create some color on the background for my focal points. And then I'm going to turn my attention back to the canvas board. I'm going to do some mark making with some white acrylic paint and this pill bottle. And I'll go ahead and continue that with some splats, 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 splats. I really like the effect of the splats. It really makes those colors pop even further because of the contrast with the white. And then as I'm drawing, I'll go ahead and make some marks in the background. Then it's time for some stamping. I'll use my archival ink pad in black and a couple of these script stamps. In the last couple of Thrifty Thursday, Thrifty Canucks videos, I've shown that I've purchased some Stamping Up stamps. I've taken them out of their cases and added them into my stamp collection, and I'm using now the cases to keep different types of stamps together, such as all my script stamps are now in this one container, which is really nice. And once I have completed the script stamps, I'm going to create a border. I'll do a border on the top and the bottom of the canvas board. Turning my attention back to the paper that will be my focal points, I'm going to add more interest by adding some white splats, 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 splats. And once the splats are dry, I'm going to look through my little container of background stamps and add a couple of those to this page using my archival ink pad in black. I decided to draw the rest of the border of the canvas board, so I'm using Payne's Gray acrylic paint and a round brush to create the marks. I'll start by doing the lines, and then I'll use the back of the brush to create the dots. And I really like how that looks. It really frames out the whole project, and it's time to move on to more mark making. I decide to get out more white acrylic paint and do some plus signs all over the page. And I'm really grateful that I have that varnish, that fixative, and I can safely use my gel pens and regular pens. I'm going to add more marks with this Uniball Signo Broad in gold, and then I'll add even more marks with a blue gel pen. And the gelatos are fixed, so they're not wrecking my pens, which I am super happy. And I'm really glad that I'll be able to reach for the gelatos without hating on them, because they've wrecked so many of my Jelly Roll pens. Then I'm going to use a template of a bird that I've sketched out, and I'm going to cut out 3 of them from the blue paper that I created. And there they are. They look fabulous. I love the different tones of blue that I created. And I'm just going to glue those down with Aleene's Tacky Glue. And once the birds are dry, I want to give them a white outline. I'll use some watered down acrylic paint to get that done. And once that's dry, I decided to use a Pitt artist pen in a black. I decided that the felt tip pen gave me the line that I was really looking for. And it looks fantastic once I've outlined each of the birds. I'll go ahead and add a cute little eye shape, and then I'm using some micron pens to add some sketchy details. I really did want a sentiment on this project. I tried writing it out a few times and wasn't happy with how that was looking. So instead, I turned my attention to my stamp collection. I have these stamps that click together, and I created the sentiment, and then I used a water brush to fuzzy cut it out. Fuzzy cut means that there's a fuzzy outline of tissue paper where it's just going to melt into the background and make it look like I stamped directly onto the canvas board. And I'll glue the tissue down with some matte gel medium and then get it dry. After I finished filming, I did end up adding a branch for the birds to be sitting on. I didn't film that part and I didn't take pictures of it either, but trust me, it does look fantastic. And as I've been mentioning in my other videos, I will be away from YouTube for a while as I recover from carpal tunnel surgery. And friends, I really would appreciate some warm thoughts sent my way for a speedy recovery. I'm looking forward to getting back to some of my most favorite hobbies, such as filming videos, working on my computer, gaming, embroidery, some gardening, all the things, and doing it pain-free. That's the goal. That's always the goal. So I really appreciate everybody's support, and I'm looking forward to returning with great ideas. So that looks like that's it for this video. I'm really glad that I got over my nerves once I started creating, and I know that Kelsey will be enjoying the gift. It was just nerve-wracking to imagine that she would potentially be displaying this in her home. But I know she'll enjoy it, and that really makes my heart happy. And so that's it for this video. I'd like to thank you for watching. I encourage you, if you like what you saw, to give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. And friends, I do want to remind you I have an Etsy shop that's linked in the description box below. And until my next video, bye-bye.